What's going on YouTube? I've been waiting for this video for a long time now, and I know a lot of people want to see it. So this is going to be a video on what is flexible dieting and how you can apply it to your life and how you can get the results that you see me and all my clients getting whilst eating food that we actually like eating rather than eating food that you typically would see in a rabbit's diet. So this is what flexible dieting is and how you can make it work for you. And I've got a whiteboard, and first thing I want you to do, first thing is press pause after I've told you what this one app's called, and you're going to go download it, because it's going to be the thing you use every day to track your calories. It's called MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal, press pause, download it right now, then come back to the video. Okay, so now screenshot that right now. So that is the pyramid that you're going to work from. So now I'm not clever enough to actually create this pyramid. It's by a guy called Eric Helms. If you want to look at him, he's cleverer than me. Go and look at his shit. So he's basically built this pyramid. He's a very science-based practitioner who is incredibly good at getting people results right via flexible dieting. So he did all this research, right, along with other people who are cleverer than me, and did all this research thinking, well, how can we make dieting more sustainable to get people better results that they can keep? So obviously, bodybuilders were setting the trend with regards to being the best at getting in shape and having as much muscle as possible, right? So people want to look good and want to look lean, right? So we can try and adopt a bodybuilder's approach, but for an everyday person's approach, right? So we're not going to be as big and jacked as these guys on Mr. Olympia stage, but we can try and apply that similar diet to our training and try and look as muscly as we can and as lean as we can. And for the ladies, it's the same. So we're applying the same approach that the bikini girls would use, right? So they'd eat, basically the way they do things would be the same as flexible dieting. However, it would be single ingredient foods and following a strict meal plan, right? So not everyone wants to do that. So actually, in fact, no one wants to do that really. So we had to try and create, as a fitness industry, something that was more sustainable for the everyday person. And that's where flexible dieting come into play. So this has come about in the last 10 years, right? And it's got more and more popular. And it's something that I've flirted with since becoming a PT. I used it a few times, but I just couldn't bother to track it. So there'd be days where I didn't track my MyFitnessPal, and I just couldn't be bothered. I'll be honest. So the same as probably you've tried to before, or the same like you've tried a diet before, like the Atkins diet or Slimming World or whatever diet you've tried. You got to a point where you're like, I don't really want to do this anymore. So I got to that point. I was like, why would I want to sit there and track MyFitnessPal every day? Like, I don't want to be obsessed with my diet. I'm not going to do that. That for me isn't adding value to my day. Then I realised while I was travelling away, I was like, I actually like eating all this different stuff all the time. How can I incorporate this into my lifestyle and still get really good results? Because I like feeling and looking good as well. So how can I get the best of both worlds? Hang on a minute, Jack. Flexible fucking dieting. So I've been back 3 months. I've been using it for 3 months, and it's the best thing I've ever done. And I'm getting clients who used it before because I'd recommend it as a good way of dieting because it works, right? If you're that type of person who likes data and who likes to track things and likes to be in control of your destiny, right? Because that's what flexible dieting does. Because you control the variables to ensure you get to the result you want to get to, and it's a great tool. So I had clients using both meal plans and flexible dieting before, whereas now my approach is like flexible dieting is the way forward with regards to sustainability and long-term results. So I still give out meal plans, but if the person needs it, whereas I'll try and sell this flexible dieting approach because for me, it's sustainable long-term. So even though I'm dieting for a competition right now, I don't feel like I'm going to binge at the end of my diet, whereas when I did a meal plan, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to eat things that weren't on my meal plan, right? Whereas now I can eat whatever the fuck I want, and that feels great. So I'm trying to use this video to try and encourage you to do the same thing. You just need to be sensible and manage the way you eat, right? So you'll see on my Instagram stories, I eat all these different things, and I'm eating, going to barbecues, I'm going out for lunch. They're like, how's this guy prepping for a competition? Because I'm regulating the things I need to regulate. This is what I'm showing you in this video. Breathe, Jack. So here is our pyramid, okay? So this is by Eric Helms. He's clever as shit. Energy balance at the bottom of the pyramid is the most important thing, right? So your energy balance is the amount of calories in versus calories out. That's what determines fat loss, okay? So if you burn more calories than you eat on a daily basis, you will lose body fat. Not from a specific diet, not from anything, any fad or anything that you've been sold. If you burn more calories than you eat on a day-to-day basis, you will lose weight. That's fat loss. That is what we call thermodynamics. I can't say that word very well because I speak too fast, but it's thermodynamics. That's basic. That is science, right? So no matter what diet someone puts you on, the whole aim of it will be to be a calorie deficit, okay? Which is burning more calories than you eat. Whether that means by going into a calorie deficit from eating less food or doing more exercise or a combination of both. That is what someone's going to try and get you to do, okay? So if you go onto Herbalife, that's the aim of that Herbalife diet, is to put you into a calorie deficit. So same as the bodybuilder up the road who wants to do a meal plan with you. and eat the same thing for 6 weeks. He is trying to get you into a calorie deficit. So then all of a sudden these science guys realise that you can do this eating whatever you want, as long as you ensure that you are in that calorie deficit. So if we can regulate your caloric intake and ensure that your activity levels are at a point where we know where they're at, for example, we can manage that as well, by the way, which I can talk about in another video. But as long as you burn, let's say over the week's period, you burn 15,000 calories from the minute you wake up on Monday to the minute you go to bed on Sunday night. If you eat less than that, you're losing body fat. That's fact, right? And we can't actually track how many calories we burn, but we can track what we do, so then we can manage the whole situation, right? So if you train 3 times a week and you've got a Fitbit and you do 10,000 steps a day, that's your training and that's your expenditure. There, done. That's put to one side, right? So then we can manipulate that or manipulate your diet to ensure that you burn calories, more calories than you eat. Make sense? So this is where flexible dieting comes into play. So we now know that your energy balance is the most important thing. So if you want to see fat loss, just burn more calories than you eat. So track on your phone, MyFitnessPal, the best app ever. Track everything you eat. Like, yeah, it's going to be a bit tedious at first, but get over it. You want results more than you care about a bit of 5 minutes sit on the toilet where you track all your food for the day. Next important thing is macros, okay? So people are like worrying about all these things at the top, like what supplements should I take, Jack? That's up here, mate. That's irrelevant for now, okay? So macros, these are our macronutrients. Protein, carbs, fats, and alcohol, okay? Alcohol, the best one. Protein is the most important one. Carbs are our energy source, and fats is what regulates our hormones. So we need all 4 of them, right? We don't need alcohol, but most of us need it, right? Just for our own sanity. But them 3 are our main ones, okay? So they're the ones that we want to try and manage. And the most important one, which I've put in here, is protein, okay? So if you manage calories and protein, you're going to get fat loss, right? Because that's a calorie deficit rather than adequate protein. Not only are you going to lose loads of weight, but you're going to look sick at the end of it because you've managed to support the thing that makes you look good in the first place, which is muscle tissue, okay? Which is supported by adequate protein and by training in a way that supports you keeping muscle. So this is what you need to focus your training on, but that's another video completely entirely. Breathe, Jack, again. So macros is now sold, right? So if you regulate protein at 1 gram per pound of body weight, if you're a lifter, then that'll be perfect. So if you're in a calorie deficit and you're having that protein per day, your results, I guarantee, will be incredible. You just need to be consistent with what you do. Simple. Simple, right? But you've got to be good at executing. That's the game changer, right? So anyone who's successful in life, in any area of their life, they're good at executing. So if you can take something that success leaves clues, execute on the things that matter, which I'm trying to tell you now, and I guarantee your results are ridiculously good. Next, micros. That's your vegetables, right? So make sure you get them in because they are important, okay? I don't eat nowhere near enough, but as you'll see on my Instagram stories, but I'm trying to, that's a goal for me, eat more vegetables because I know that with regards to this whole thing, they're important, okay? Next after that is meal timing. So people are asking me on Instagram messages, oh Jack, why don't you eat meals at a certain time of day? Like I don't give a fuck about that because it's this far up on the agenda, right? So with regards to how much it makes me look better, it's very minimal. Same as supplements. Whereas if I control the biggest ones, which is energy balance, calories and protein, that determines my end result, right? Whereas things like timing and supplements, they play a small part. So for me, my performance in the gym is important to me because it makes me feel good if I perform well, and if I perform shit, it makes me really upset. So I know that by timing my food at the right time and by having the right supplements, I can perform better in the gym. Therefore, I have 5 grams of creatine a day, and I know that my timing for my meals should be within 2 hours of training, and after I train, I'll have a lot of carbohydrates to help recovery. That's something that I work on. But if you're a beginner, forget all that. You need to focus on that, right? And once you consistently get that, then you're going to see results. It's going to feel good. Then you can actually start implementing new things because you're getting results, right? And then you can look at them, after that, look at macros. After that, then look at micros. Then look at time, then look at supplements. And then you can look at the whole big picture. But really, realistically, for you, if you're a beginner, just dominate the energy balance. Get yourself in a calorie deficit and stay there. And I guarantee you'll be like, fuck me, I'm losing weight. That's pretty good. And I'm enjoying my diet because I can eat whatever I want. I'm not eating like a shake for lunch and breakfast and then a Weight Watchers meal for dinner. Like I'm eating what I want. This is pretty good. I'm having barbecues. I'm being social with my friends. That's the idea of flexible dieting. So you can be flexible. So when you go for a meal at the weekend, or every fucking night if you want to, you can incorporate that into your lifestyle. Whereas when you have a diet that's really restrictive, you can't have that social life that you want. So yeah, it's great losing all that weight on that diet, but you can't even go out with your friends to enjoy yourself and enjoy the more confident version of yourself because you've lost weight. So really, you've lost weight, but you're isolated from the whole world. What's the fucking point? And I've been there, I've done that, and I got into really good shape doing it. But the reality was I didn't see my friends, I was boring, and I had nothing going on. So for me, that didn't work. So that's why I now do flexible dieting, because I can do what I want, when I want, and get loads leaner, and it's fucking amazing. And yeah, there'll be a time and a place where I'm like, okay, I need to manage things a little bit better, because if I go out and have a pizza every Saturday night, then it's going to affect my results in the long term. Whereas if I have a burger and chips, I can make it fit into my calories. Or if I have blah, 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 or whatever, there's always a way to make it fit. So if you want a dessert, I don't know, let's say you're going to roast dinner around your parents' house at the weekend, and you want a dessert, just think, I've got some ice lollies in the freezer, that's 60 calories. Everyone else can have their cake, I'll have my ice lolly. It's an adequate swap, right? And I'm just thinking of calories, right? Which is the main thing that drives results. So, but yeah, I like ice cream and cake, so make room for both, because it is flexible fucking dieting, and that's the whole point of it. So take advantage of what is now the best way to diet to get results, because this is flexible dieting, and this is what is sustainable and gets people results long term, because you can follow it. And also, the best thing about this is you educate yourself on the food, which is so important, because no one knows a fuck what they're doing. Like when I first started doing PT, I had no idea what I was doing about diet. I did a course on nutrition, and I was like, what's that mean? None of it meant anything to me. So I started training clients, and I was like, yeah, why aren't you just eating the way I eat? Because that gets me results. No shit, Jack, but I need to get results for other people based on what they like. Therefore, they can eat what they want. This is now a way to make things happen. So you haven't got to think, oh, I've got to suffer on that diet now for 2 weeks before I go on holiday. No, you can eat in a really good way, and the way that you enjoy it makes you feel good, because the main thing is the way you feel, right? If you feel good, you're going to adhere to a plan better. So you're going to adhere to a calorie deficit better if you feel good. And you will feel better eating foods that you enjoy versus foods that make you feel like you're a fucking rabbit. So take that on board. Remember, these are the things that are most important, and work your way up. If you want to see that diagram, message me and I'll send it to you. Or just search on Google, Eric Helms, and then you'll get an idea. If he's got a pyramid for training as well, which would be worth looking at. I'll do a video on that separately. But yeah, I can't stress how important this is and how effective it is. And if you, the best way to find out how many calories you need, right? That's going to be a question I'm going to get. Is just go on to MyFitnessPal. Don't tell them anything about you. Tell them minimal amounts about you, and just set your calorie intake based on what you. I'll say the best thing to do is message me, and I'll tell you what to add for it. Initially, I'll do this for free for everyone who messages me. But then after that, it's down to you to coach yourself based on the videos that I put out there for free to inform you on what you need to do. But if you put that on a calorie amount, let's say it's 2,000 calories a day, weigh yourself in the morning. A week's time, weigh yourself, see what your body weight does. That will tell you if you're in a deficit, which is what's required, or if you're at maintenance, because your weight will stay the same, and if you're in a surplus, it will go up. That will tell you how many calories you need, right? And then your feedback tools are your weigh-ins, your logbook in the gym, so this is how much stronger you're getting, because this must be tracked, right? Just like you're tracking this, be a freak of tracking data in your training, and you're training your diet, and your results are going to be going through the roof. Rather than doing this all the time, they're going to go, bang, that's what you want, right? So track everything. So then you've got your progress photos, weigh-ins, your logbook, your measurements. They're your feedback tools, right? There's 4 things there that you can look at every single day to see, is this working? And just relax a little bit. Don't think, oh, it's not working in 4 days. Fuck me, why isn't this working, Jack? Just follow it for 4 months, mate. And make changes based on what the feedback tools that you've got. So if you're getting weak as piss, you're not having enough calories. And if you're dropping weight too fast, you're not having enough calories. If you're putting on weight, you're having too many calories. If you're maintaining weight, you're having too many calories. Depends on your goal, right? Oh, I can't even breathe. I'm getting well into this now. But yeah, hopefully this 13-minute video will teach you how to apply this into your diet, because once you apply this into your diet, your results will be ridiculously good, because you'll be consistently in a calorie deficit, which is what you need for that thing there. Fucking fat loss, which is what you all want, right? So stick to your diet, train harder than you've ever trained before. You don't even need to, that's the best bit. You can just, if you're good at dieting, you don't even need to train hard. And if you do train hard, then you create a fucking really good body. And that's something I can teach you how to do as well, which I will do in the videos that I put out on this YouTube channel. But hopefully, this has helped you, and if it has, put a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.